Mysterious astral conjunction, strange vision of destiny, or just a simple coincidence? The same year Antoine de Saint-Exupéry disappeared at the controls of his fighter, birth was given to a man who was also going to have an incredible fate. When they bent over his cradle, the fairies of fortune were filled with tenderness. His name was Francois Cevert. He was to become a prince. My name is Francois Cevert. I'm a pilot and a racing driver. My first passion was music. I actually practiced classical piano for 15 years, spending my time playing piano, learning songs and recording myself. Unfortunately, I just didn't have enough time anymore. It came very progressively. I didn't decide one day that my vocation was to be a racing driver. It just didn't happen that way. I saved enough money for the driving school. That was October 1966. Won a Formula 3 Alpine race. In 67, I was on the starting grid of 22 races. Only finished 6 of them, though, due to mechanical problems. Well, it was not long before the full extent of his talent burst onto the world scene. The sign of his destiny, he made a big hit by winning against someone who became a fellow traveller, a friend, and forever a faithful teammate, his master, Jackie Stewart. My victory in Reims in 69 was won in quite a funny way, because Reims, the circuit, is what I call a sucker circuit. The whole race is decided in the last bend, because you must come out of that bend in second place. The one who comes out first sucks in the other car behind him and gets beaten at the post. On that very bend, I was side by side with Jackie Stewart. We watched each other, looking at each other, playing cat and mouse. We were just wondering which one of us would take the lead into that final bend. We went 100 meters like that, accelerating, slowing down, with all the others behind. The track was not wide, nobody could pass. I accelerated and took him by half a length and kept it. In Reims he had found a friend. Stewart had been seduced. He decided this young Frenchman would be his teammate in Formula 1. The Scotsman understood that this musical virtuoso was also a Mozart in the driving seat. I led my career with cautiousness and diligence. That was the mantra of Francois Cevert. He did not imagine that a Formula 1 executive, Ken Tyrrell, a big talent finder, had already sealed his fate.
He joined our team as a result of having a race-long battle with Jackie Stewart at a circuit called Crystal Palace in England in Formula 2. And Jackie came up to me after the race and said, "This young boy is good. We should get him into the Formula 1 team."
I was very relaxed because Tyrrell told me, "I'm not asking you to be excellent right now. I just want you to become acquainted with the car so you can see what a Formula 1 vehicle really is. Just quietly take a ride. I really don't want you to push too hard. Don't attack. Don't risk an accident. If you're not brilliant, it's okay for me. I just want you to get the feel of this car." He was the one slowing me down. Every time I was on the track and had a good result, or even a very good result for him, he gave me a signal to slow down. He didn't want me to go too fast. He stopped me. "Just take 10 minutes, he said. Think about it. Think about what you've just done, and later we'll start again." My kidneys hurt. A bad seat, I think. Feels like my kidneys are completely blocked. To belong to the greats, the first thing you must do is cope with the distance. That means being able to make a lap record during the last lap of a race. That means having at least 2 years' experience and practice, because when you're driving, the working muscles are not the same at all. Even an athlete in top fitness will be tired much quicker than a real racing driver.
Fatiguerait beaucoup plus vite qu'un pilote de course chétif, par exemple.
What time is he done?
54.
54 something you've done.
Jackie Stewart.
In a way, inside the Tyrrell team, Jackie Stewart is my teacher. Every time I have a problem, I just ask him, and he gets it done, every time.
D'un renseignement, je m'adresse directement à Jackie et je l'obtiens à chaque fois.
Humbly, Francois Cevert worked his talent under the direction of Jackie Stewart. The world champion had understood that his new teammate would always remain faithful, a young prince in a kingdom of speed.
So he will have 4 other gears for the rest of the
Exactly.
track.
And maybe it doesn't feel so good to begin with, but I'm sure when we have to do really fast times, you know, it'll be better.
Well, Jackie, could you go out in your car now and give Francois a tow?
Yeah,
Up to somewhere about a 52?
yeah. Okay, we'll try
Right.
that. You follow me, yeah?
Okay.
Humbly, Francois Cevert worked his talent under the direction of Jackie Stewart. The world champion had understood his new teammate would always remain faithful, the young prince in the kingdom of speed.
I don't really think he's a pupil. I think occasionally he asks advice, but this doesn't make me the teacher or the professor and him the pupil. He has a lot of natural talent.